Welcome to remote learning. In our previous lessons, we have covered decimals in the dividend. Then we moved to decimals in the divisor. Today, we combine the two. No big deal. We're still going to use the division process. We're still going to use the principles learned when we have a decimal in the divisor. Turn it into a whole number, and then shift the decimal in the dividend the same number of places. Attached today are page 173 and 174. The top of page 173, change decimal divisors to whole numbers. To divide a decimal by a decimal, use the same strategy you used when you divided a whole number by a decimal. Discuss each step used to find 6/100ths divided by 2/10. Write 6/10 and 2/10, 6/100ths and 2/10 as a fraction. Well, you can look at that. That's a possible strategy. I'm not going to use that in what we do today. Well, I'm not going to make an equivalent fraction, but you can, because the same principle of what they're saying in the lesson today is what I'm saying. We're making equivalent changes to the decimal divisor as we are to the decimal and the dividend. So this could be a strategy you like, and you may use it. Let's go my route. 6/100ths is our dividend. 2/10 is our divisor. I move it over once to make it 2, insert the decimal there. I move this over once, insert the decimal there, so now it becomes 6/10. So I've changed my decimal divisor to a whole number. I've moved my decimal place equivalently in the dividend. Now it's time to divide. Excuse me. Woo, that was a big one. Use the Stegmuller method. Bring the decimal up, and then just divide. 2 goes into 6 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. We get 0. We check. 3/10 times 2 equals 6. Well, we have to multiply it by the original. So we got 1, 2. We need 1, 2. Insert the decimal there. It checks out. Not bad. Not bad. Let's look at the steps by using strategies when using long division form. This is what I'm doing. Set up the problem. I'm not multiplying both by 10. You could. If it was 2/100ths, you'd multiply it by 100, correct? I'm shifting the decimal place without multiplying. I'm just looking at the number of shifts that it takes. Same language, just different method of doing. Same method, just different language is what I should say. Look at number 14. Why does moving both decimal points the same number of places give the problem the same answer as the original problem? Because we're doing an equivalent movement. An equivalent movement is what allows for the same answer. On to page 174. Change decimals to whole numbers continued. How would you solve 6/100ths divided by 2/100ths with long division? What number do you need to multiply by both numbers to make 2/100ths a whole number? Let's set it up. I've really enjoyed collaborating with many of you. I appreciate that. You're finishing strong. I'd like to collaborate with more of you as we wrap up the school year. 2/100ths divided by 6/100ths. What would I multiply? By 2/100ths, I'd multiply 100. It's in the hundredths, so I would take the whole number 100 to multiply. 100 times 2/100ths equals 2. So I would multiply this, 6/100ths, the dividend, by 100 also. I'm shifting once, twice, move my decimal there. That makes it 2. I shift it once, I shift it twice, move my decimal there. We get 6. Bam. Not bad. Not bad. Ooh. Look at 16. 16 changes it a bit. I'm not going to erase everything. We change the divisor to 2/1000ths. I'd multiply 2/1000ths times 1,000 to change it into 2. I can shift it 3 places to make it into a whole number. I shift this once, twice, 3 times. Add a placeholder, insert my decimal there. That makes it 60. Then we divide. And we get 30. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's 15 and 16. I'm going to do one problem, 2 problems down below, and you're only going to do 4 for homework today. I told you I'd lessen up the homework, but I really need you to practice these in your spirals. Too many are not. Don't give up on me now, please. Please do not give up this close to the end, especially with such an important topic. Let's do one computation, we'll do one story problem, and we'll be done. All right, 9/10